So this little guy is a SanDisk 512 gigabyte SD card. Now I just formatted it, and you have to do, I think it's FAT32 or something like that. You have to format it to work for the S4. And so what I did was, because I have Mac uses MS-DOS, I believe it is, and then you just format it that way. So that way you can have access to it. So we're gonna just check and see if it works. This thing has a Raspberry Pi 4 compute module built into it. So something I'm learning, and I'm just sharing it with you as I've learned it, because I don't think I've had a device with a Raspberry Pi before. But anyway, the power continues as long as there's a power source plugged into it. Apparently that's how all the Raspberry Pis work. So, and we're talking about the output, right? So when I plug this in, it's going to automatically, you're going to see the screen light up, and you see the WIDI jack light up. So now it should load. So there is a standby. So the power off here, and it's kind of written in the manual. It's written in the manual, but the way it said at first, I think I confused it a little bit. But just so you know, it is a standby. When you turn it off, yes, you don't see the screen, the buttons go down, but you'll see that the WIDI, and I'll just do it real quick so you see it. Power off, you hit yes. You see how the WIDI is still lit up? That means there's still power coming through it, right? And then when you hit this, it's taking it, it's like almost like a sleep mode in a computer to me. So now you're back up and running. So now let's just check and see. We'll hit load. There's the thumb drive right there. It works. Open. And there's the samples that I have on here. So pick something. Oh wait, you won't hear it because I don't have it hooked up to a speaker. I'll put it on a speaker right now. Give me 1 second not 1 second. I'm gonna need a little more than 1 second, but just give me a second to turn on a speaker here. In there and in here. So now we should be able to hear. Let's try a different sample, see if that was just that one. There we go, I hear that one. Some of them are really low. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Can you hear that? Let me see. The volume on here. Turn it up. Well, it's definitely. These are little percussive like samples that you can use in your song. But anyway, that's just an example. Just wanted to make sure it all worked. By the way, you can click, in case you've never used one of these, you can click this encoder and select the sample that way. Interesting. We'll take it. All right. So there you go. So that's all I wanted to show you, just to show you that this little guy, what I like about this instead of the hard drive is, one, that hard drive is huge. I mean, it's massive as far as being able to space it takes up on here and getting in the way of stuff. So now with something like this, you can even fold this up, make it a little bit smaller if you want, but it's really not that, it's so tiny. It's really not that big of a deal. But whatever you put in here, in the current iteration I'm using, which I will not discuss because they don't want you to talk about that, so I'm not going to talk about that. In the edition I'm using right now at this very moment, you can, and I don't know if it worked. Like, mind you, I'm still new to this, so I don't know previously how it worked exactly, but I think previously you did this too. But if you pull something from the hard drive, you don't save it to the internal drive. It's an external, because you can do external on the old ones. I know it was there. It's in the manual. A 1.2, I think it was, or 1.2.2. Either way, the external has always been an option. But what you have to do is you have to record the sample. I think you hit is it control play? Yeah, so you see that? So it records that sample now into your, I don't think I did it, into your load section here. If you go back to your user section, recordings, I believe, there it is right there. That should be it. If you want to check, you just, nope, that's not it. It's this one. So you can record a sample off of here and then put it on the browser because you just recorded it in live, right, to have it, and then use it that way. And then you don't have to worry about it pulling from this device. When it pulls from here, you have to have this in for it to work. Otherwise, when you go to reload your project up, it won't be there, right? So it's kind of weird. I don't know why it doesn't save the sample automatically in. Maybe they'll add that later. I don't know. I'm just showing you. I would love to see a way to delete this sample here. Oh, wait, you can. I'm tripping. Hit clear. Simple. They made it so simple. Sometimes it's actually harder when it's simple. Remove the sample, yes. So there you go. So you can remove any sample you want to get out of there, which is kind of nice. I love this device. I know there's a lot of backlash primarily because of the crash and the things, but I think it's a great device. I think you have to be committed to this device though, or else you will be frustrated. And what I mean by that is kind of like NPC users have used it for a long time. They got used to the quirks of it. And then when they get the updates 5 years, let's say a year or so later, they ain't tripping because they were just so dedicated to it anyway, right? You have to be dedicated to hardware. Well, software the same, but particularly hardware, because software you can tend to switch a lot more, but with hardware, if you commit yourself to a device, you got to stay with it. That's what I'm learning, right, from using them is that, I found like I've gotten rid of so many things just because I'm not committed to it enough. Like I'm not using it long enough or wanting to use it long enough to where I stick with it. So for me, you have to learn to commit to it, something, if you're gonna use it, this type of stuff. But anyway, that's all I got to say on this. Just wanted to show you about this little thing here. I think this is better than me using, I was using this guy, which is a SSD. They're a faster processor, but I don't know for this device if I want to push it through that, bigger hard drive when all I'm really looking for is the storage space anyway. Just something to move my samples to and from when I need to. And there it is. So cool. All right. Well, that's it for this video and I'm out.